Alright guys, welcome. My name is Michael and today I'm taking you on a trip down to Chicago. We're now taking an Uber, or actually a Lyft, to the train station. We're going to take a train, a metro down to Chicago Union Station, and then go to Millennium Park or nearby Navy Pier. And we're going to be discussing about cryptocurrency because that's what this channel is about. So welcome, hopefully you enjoy the ride. I'm excited to get out of this hotel. Let's go do it. We are now waiting for the metro, and let's just discuss about Binance. There are some issues with Binance's regulation internationally. So Japan issued a warning, and after that, the UK's watchdog came out and said Binance shouldn't be operating without regulation, without the proper regulation. The FCA, the Financial Conduct Authority, issued a statement that Binance shouldn't be operating legally in the United Kingdom. And that comes mainly because, hey, they got inspired by Japan and they had so much time to issue a statement over the past few years, but no, they were perfectly fine collecting money. So the FCA had a few issues, and one of them was that Binance's company, the parent company, Binance Markets Limited, isn't allowed to undertake any financial activities without prior acceptance by a financial advisor, which in this case is going to be the FCA. No written approval, no regulated activities are allowed. Japan came out a few days ago and said that Binance is operating illegally in Japan because nothing was approved, and through Binance.com, people were trading, obviously. In America, we already know that Binance.com is not allowed. This train's going to be any minute. So that's why there's a Binance US, but it's much different than the original Binance. You have to go through KYC and all. I mean, you still have to go through KYC with normal Binance, but there's less regulations for international traders. And this mainly is because of the fact that America taxes its citizens even when they're living abroad, even if they're close to renunciation. Until you're renounced, you still have to pay taxes. And even now during renunciation, because of a few high-profile cases, one of them being the Singapore case of one of the Facebook co-founders who left approximately $600 million, which now with inflation and the stock price is well over a few $billion. He did lose that amount because when you renounce now, you have to pay any due taxes immediately. And then you also have to pay over $2,000 application fee. Did you know that? That's absolutely crazy. So obviously governments around the world aren't too happy that many of their citizens are investing in cryptocurrency. Really, they just want a slice of the tax pie. That's all this is going about. They just want more money. They're already collecting money from Binance. And you're like, well, wait, how's that possible? Well, there's millions of people using Binance. It's one of the largest cryptocurrency companies out there. Basically, everyone who uses Binance is still supposed to pay their taxes. And in America, it doesn't matter. There we go. That's my train. We're inside, so it's going to be a little quieter. Ah, yes, the brakes squealing. That's always fun. Go. Look at these columns. Look at the ceiling. Look at that. It's one of my favorite places in Chicago. Absolutely epic. This isn't Binance's first warning in Japan, by the way. They have received a warning in 2018 from the FSA, which is the Japanese authority, and now again they've received it after Japan also decided to put out a warning for Bybit, where they said they do not have any any legal ground to operate on Japanese soil. So let's go into the details and let's discuss about my opinion on this situation. Now, is this the downfall of Binance? No. Is crypto going to get more regulated? Possibly, but we already knew that this was coming. Regulation in some ways is good, in other ways it's slowing us down and moving 2 steps backwards for every step forward we take. However, it is important to get the institutional investors on board over the next decade, of which many have already gotten on board, but there's still hundreds of millions of more that can come on board. And for the average Joe to go down to their bank and the bank being fully okay with crypto, we're going to need regulation, and we're going to need a lot of it. So, details. Well, let's start with UK and then go back to Japan. Now this is kind of helpful that I have 2 phones. We're able to just read from this. It was always a problem. This is the first time I'm doing it. Convenience. So, citing its own requirements, the FCA said Binance Markets Limited isn't allowed to undertake any regulated activities without prior written approval. We already discussed that. The FCA said it appears Binance is offering UK customers products and services via Binance.com. All right, that's just, what they had to do for their legal work. On Friday, Japan's financial regulator warned that Binance is operating in the country without permission, and today's Sunday. Not much more information about the UK. We'll see what Binance's reaction will be to that. For Japan, the Financial Services Agency, the FSA, issued the warning Friday that Binance is not registered to do business in Japan. It was warned by the FSA in March 2018 for the same reason. CZ did speak out to the Japanese reports at the time, and he said that Binance was subject to criminal charges by the FSA, claiming that the exchange was in constructive dialogues with the regulator over the matter. Now, last month, the FSA issued a similar warning concerning Bybit about offering crypto services in the country, despite not being registered to do so. And finally, Binance does not currently hold exchange operations in Japan, nor do we actively solicit Japanese users, Binance spokespersons told the media. As you can understand, we do not comment as a matter of policy on specific matters related to any regulators. So, with that, we do know this. The UK and Japan aren't going to be the only countries in the US that's going against Binance. I'm pretty sure, this is just my opinion, but I'm pretty sure that Coinbase's IPO and the fact that they listed Binance specifically as being a threat triggered some movements. Obviously, Binance would have triggered it regardless with Coinbase or not, but I'm sure that more and more countries are going to get inspired, and now they're going to say, oh, Binance either needs to, fix their website and pay more taxes, or see you goodbye, you're banned. Now, there are countries that are trying to ban cryptocurrency, and that's never going to work out. People are going to use VPNs. That goes against the whole point of what we're trying to stand for. Called the lift. Now we're heading down to Millennium Park and Navy Pier, so we're going to take you down there. The rest of the video is just going to be really just chatting, showing you Chicago, so hopefully you enjoy. But yeah, to add into my opinion, you cannot censor this because people will find ways around it. And companies worth billions of dollars who are also making billions every single month, they're also going to get away with it. And even worst case scenario, if you ban it fully from your country, there's going to be people who are dual citizens, and there's going to be other people who are going to try and get dual citizenship, or they're going to renounce their citizenship, or they're going to travel outside of your country, or they're going to take a VPN, or they're going to get somebody else to trade under, and they're going to be trading underneath their name, or you're going to register a company from abroad. There's hundreds of different obstacles that they can overcome, and they don't care. And banning is just another little small problem. It's going to cost them a little bit of money, but you think that's really going to stop them from trading? You think Binance is going to care? No. It's still going to be just fine. There's still going to be plenty of people trading. I love Binance personally. I realize regulation is important and we can't avoid it, but obviously I'm against most regulation because I do believe that a lot of these regulators, they have no idea what they're talking about. They haven't really researched this well. It's not the same as banks. It's not the same as the normal currency systems that are in use right now. And you can't regulate it the same way. There needs to be new laws formed. So I'm pro-regulation as long as there's new laws being formed by pro-crypto people who understand what it is, because it's very complex in an area where nobody has any idea what they're talking about. And they just want to collect tax money. Sure, you can try to collect tax money, but there's better ways to do it. what do you think about this whole scandal? Do you think Binance is gonna care? I don't. All right, let's go outside now and show you the city. Okay, so we just had to move on the audits. We're going out to Millennium. I actually met up with a subscriber today, so that's always fun. Pizza was great as always. Look at that. We're right across from Trump Tower. It's right behind this building. The river's that way. Look at how epic that is. I always thought that the Illinois flags look sort of like an Argentinian one. At the John Hancock Tower right there. Yeah, beautiful. And the Water Tower Mall, not too far away. You might see it. It's the very bottom shiny one. You can't, the phone's too big. I can't put my finger right there. See? Yeah, that's the Water Tower. Beautiful building. See that building? You see how it doesn't have 2 floors over there? That's because after they started building it, they realized, oh, it's not going to be that stable. You also see, wait, you see how there's little cables supporting it? Yeah, there's cables on either side. Interesting. Pretty crazy. That's one of my favorite buildings, actually. But this is my favorite. Power. That's another cool one. Yeah, looks epic. What do you see? I spy crypto money. Yes, that's beautiful. Nice. That's today's video, guys. Thanks so much for watching. See ya tomorrow in the next one. This is one of my favorite places, actually. It's Union Station. It always calmed me down. I mean, just look at that. That's pretty epic. These golden staircases make me feel like I'm in 1920. Awesome stuff.